Ladies and gentlemen, here are the first 5 things you should do to your Chevy Camaro.
So when I decided to start my YouTube channel, I had no idea that I was going to have 4 Corvettes and a Camaro all within a span of about 5 years. But that's exactly what happened. And it's kind of blown my mind that that's what happened. But as you know, when I get Corvettes, I usually do modifications to them. And that's been the case all the way up until BOS 2.0. I wanted to bring you guys out here today to talk to you about the 5 modifications that I've done to this already. And you can call them modifications, you can call them add-ons, you can call them whatever you want. But to me, they're kind of like modifications, and they do change the look of the car, the feel of the car. And I want to show you the biggest one though. You guys have already seen these if you watch my channel a lot, but I want to show you on the car at this point. Now, real quick before we get into it, give this video a big thumbs up if you're excited to see the Camaro with the wheels. Now watch this. All right, so you saw the amazing drone footage of these beautiful Forge Light DB10 2-piece wheels. Now, this face is a satin graphite. This is a satin red. The lip is a polished aluminum, and the barrel is a brushed aluminum. So what do you think of those amazing wheels, guys? Do you love them? Do you hate them? I don't really care what you put in the comments. Let me know what you think. Obviously, you can't please everyone, so there's gonna be people out there who absolutely love them. There's gonna be people out there who are like, eh, and then there's gonna be people that are like, I hate them. You know what? These actually took a little bit to grow on me, and so I had to see them in person over and over and over again on my car. When I had it in the garage and I was so close up to it, I was like, I just can't do it. I don't know if I can handle these wheels. And the major reason why I thought I didn't know if I could handle it is because of the fact that my car's white and that polished lip was just a little too much for me. But the more and more that I see these wheels on my car, the more I'm just like, oh my gosh, look at how beautiful these wheels are. So, what do you guys think? Let me know. Thumbs up or thumbs down. But that is the last modification that I did to this car. However, there's a modification on top of those wheels, and that is, you guys know I like to run non-run flat tires on my cars. As soon as the run flats are done, I love getting those things off of there and putting the Michelin Pilot 4S non-run flats, because you get a lot of benefits from that. Number one, it's a smoother ride. The sidewall on a run flat tire is so stiff that you get much more of a stiff ride. The sidewall on a non-run flat is a lot more forgiving, so you get a much better ride. Number two, they're quieter. They're much quieter tires. And number three, the Eagle F1s that were on this car were good for track, but they were not really good for the road. These are amazing for all conditions in the road. And yes, all conditions, even cold weather, these are gonna perform very, very well. Now, if it's snowy out and icy, no good. So maybe that's one condition that they don't perform well on. That is 2 modifications right there. some really sweet wheels, and some non-run flat, amazing Michelin Pilot 4S tires on there. Now, number 3, I added the ZL1 side skirts, or side rockers, however you want to call them, to my SS1LE. And I really, really think that changed the look of this car. It really brings out a more aggressive stance, and especially with those wheels. I mean, just look at that. The stance on that car is phenomenal. So the side rockers from ACS Composite are number 3. And then from ACS Composite, I've got the front rock guards, as you can see here. And I really probably should get the rear rock guards, but the front ones are more important, obviously, to keep rocks from damaging the side of the car. And so those really have come in handy. They keep the rocks from damaging the side, and when I go through a puddle, they really stop a lot of the water from flinging up onto the side skirt. So that's number 4. And really, that's it for the outside. The 5th and final thing that I've done to my Camaro since I bought it is actually on the inside. So I'll get in there in a minute and show you, but I just want to walk around this car and just talk about how much I love this Camaro. It is so much fun to drive. It is so much fun to look at. It's got to be one of the funnest cars I've ever owned. Believe it or not, I'm not lying about this. I'm not making this up. It really is one of the funner cars that I've ever owned. And the reason for that is because it really makes you feel like you're part of the car. When you turn that wheel, even at high speeds, it goes exactly where you want it to go. The braking is phenomenal. The sound is phenomenal. The seating position is phenomenal. The acceleration is excellent. And on top of that, it's got a 6-speed manual, which is A++. Save those manuals. All right, the final thing that I've done to this, you guys are gonna laugh, but I'm telling you, it was worth it, are these right here. I've talked about these plenty of times. I'm telling you what, right now, it doesn't look like much, but it is. It's really, really necessary in my personal opinion. This inside right here is kind of like a grippy, rubbery section. And this is super soft suede. It's amazing. I mean, it's extremely soft, just like the suede on the steering wheel. But I'm telling you right now, this without this extra grip is just not fat enough. I mean, it feels like the steering wheel is lacking big time. And when you look, I've said this many, many times, when you look at BMW M3s, M4s, M2s, when you look at high-end Lexuses, when you look at Mercedes, all those cars, they all have amazing suede or just regular leather, but they all have really, really thick steering wheels. And what that's for, truly, in a race car, you want a thicker steering wheel because you want to have the lightest grip you can possibly have. And if you have this super thin steering wheel, it makes you grip it harder. By adding these, and all they do is just pop on like that, now you've got a way thicker bolstered steering wheel on both sides, and I'm telling you, it just makes it that much nicer to drive. So I knew when I did this video that it was going to be really, really quick. I wanted to make a fast video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know if you own any type of Camaro. It doesn't have to be a SS1LE. Let me know if you own any type of Camaro and if you've considered doing these same modifications. Also, if you're interested in forged light wheels, you don't have to get the 2-piece. He sells monoblock 1-piece wheels as well, and they're all amazing. They're all aircraft grade aluminum, and they're just super light wheels. That's why they're called forged light. I actually weighed these. There's a large amount of hardware on these wheels. The backs are only 5 pounds heavier than the stock tires and wheels. And those wheels are monoblock from the stock. The OEM wheels are monoblock wheels, and they're 5-spoke. They have almost nothing to them. And the fronts are right around 5.8 pounds heavier. So these things being 2-piece and what they are, I feel like that's phenomenal. So anyways, if you're interested in them, everything is always linked in the description. Use BOS or Brink of Speed to get your discount with Forged Light wheels. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of my first 5 things that I did to my Camaro. I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next upload.